I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
Hey, this that Eastside Johnny Big Redemption like. Know what I'm talking about? Hold up.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah.
Yeah.
Get out the way, get out my way, yeah.
Yeah.
You either with me or against me though. You either with me or win. Win, 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 win.
Yeah.
Curve everything else. Win, 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 win. These ops ain't win, 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 win. Start chasing that. Win, 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 win.
Yeah.
Big J Rock go on 10, 10, 10, 10. Exit at 4. Bring friends. Black, black, too dope. Jump in. You might wanna keep scope. I win. Forearm tattoos. That's squad. All of them go. Don't try. I walk in room. They eyes wide. Third album come soon. I'm glad y'all gon' die. I ain't chasing after no. I got bigger plans for staying rich. I been tapped in since I was 6. I tap dance all on them. And your diamonds like tap water. That drip way too foggy. These VVS is way awesome. Pork CLS for drop to your death without warning. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me though. You either with me or win. Curve everything else. Win. These ops ain't win. Start chasing that. Win. You clowns really don't stay outside when I play outside. I put the beats on them like Dre outside. I got the bow side and LA outside. And if you act bad, I bring the outside. Go and get your money. None of my on some funny. I can tell real by who you're running with. I'm all in the field, duck hunt. Hit my just and he was like, boop. Here. Knew just what it was. The whole and gave it back, boop. Yeah. 9/11, no malice, baby. But no violence, baby. My got callous, baby. My bare knuckles got talent, baby. I'm all in the wind with it. On Deuce line, I've been with it. She too fine, I've been crashed 2 times. I limo tinted my new ride. I'm riding with the 12 better not pull me over. Championship going dumb. Nothing to something I won. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me though. You either with me or win. Curve everything else. Win. These ops ain't win. Start chasing that. Win.
Victory, fall on my neck, Mr. T. Victory, zombie gang rapping that NYC. Victory, ice on my neck like a little weak. We run like a pair of cleats. It's on earth, but it's where I be.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm the gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, he already dead.
Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to It's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason looked out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived.
It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tip. So the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breeze and know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my. Strictly for my. Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover earth. Skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. In the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't wanna eat. If you said they want, they don't want no steam. Put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling, fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this flock. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the flop on the app.
Any money in company, no, baby. I don't need no the company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck and it's froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. Bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping. They looking at me. He owe me some money. Hit him with the night crumping. Whitey playing games. They don't want no problems with me. Got good. You know I brought them. Might not hit a bad. Someone tell them. Well, opposition, say move on. So I
Dark shades, too much. I could barely see them. Acting brand new, like I don't see it when I do. Who them folks? Who want too close? Give me room. phony folks play it close, do the most, don't they? Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad company, that's bad for your company. Mad cow disease, now you in a ton of beef. Tuck underneath my new blue Dunkaroos. Flintstone, bust down, color Murakami. Fruity Pebble, Bezel, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and Barney. Bad from out of town.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, Parker. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early. On second down, Kamara. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit. Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going. Good sign on the opening drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give. This is Kamara. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Parker, off play action. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Flex round!
Now Parker operating from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Third and short yardage. Winston into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Finding some room at midfield. And a big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Parker now from the gun. He'll throw. He's going to find Hill here. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. On the ground, Kamara. Nice move at the 5. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. From the gun, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
First down, Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. He gets it to Thomas, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Here's Kamara, try to run for it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
To throw is Parker. To throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Here's Parker from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run. It's Kamara. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to New Orleans after this. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10 at the 19. Jameis to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the 1st half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Throwing to start the drive. Parker. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Parker going to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now Parker operating from the gun. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Parker now throwing on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
On target over the middle to Hill. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Parker. From the gun, he'll throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On 1st and 10, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, so this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Here we go!
Looking to throw. Parker. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Kamara. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw. Parker. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got Evans. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the...
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 47, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Flushed out right. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw. Parker. And that is incomplete here.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Coming left is Kamara. Stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are pouring it on. And it's up and good. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready? Black 22.
Here's Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Here's Parker throwing to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Stephen Weatherly in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go. Red 38.
Parker operating from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Stephen Weatherly in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Now Parker from the gun. He'll throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Ready? Blue, ready. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? It's a gain of 5. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. From the gun, Parker stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Flush to his right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Saints on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go! Brand 38!
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Parker now on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
To throw is Parker. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 17.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Parker operating from the gun. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And they'll run it here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now a first carry for their fullback. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Ready. Black 22's hot. Check 42, man. That's hot.
Jameis now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Ready. White 25.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. He's going to and got his man. Complete. 20. 10. 5. Touchdown. Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a little 360.
Oh,
now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Saints just continue to roll. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Winston. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready? Blue ready. Switch. Easy. Sonic.
To throw, Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A first down throw for Winston. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having to earn much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
Parker off the play fake. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now Jameis on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Winston from the gun on third down. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Come on, let's go!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel this.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That is caught inside the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's convert. Green, trouble team.
Now Winston. He'll buy some time right. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
My 50. Ready. Blue ready. Green, trouble team.
First down, Winston. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
31's the fight. Here we go, even. Boys, head up.
One last shot now for Winston. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.